All right.
This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast for Thursday, February the 10th. As we enter into our 4th year together tomorrow, it's the 3rd anniversary show, February 11th of
That's crazy.
2019.
It doesn't feel, and I'm saying this honestly and with sincerity, it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years, and yet it feels like longer in a good way. Like it feels like it. When you say it out loud, do you know what I'm saying? When you say it out loud, it's like, wow, it's been 3 years. But it feels like so much longer because of the comfort level.
I addressed that in your card, your first point, about why it doesn't seem so long. I addressed that, and you'll read that in your card tomorrow.
Why it doesn't seem so long?
Yeah. Why it's like, boy, we haven't seemed like we've done 3 years worth of shows, because technically, thanks to the pandemic, we have not.
Well, we still did the shows. We just weren't in the same room together when we did them.
Again, addressed in your card.
Oh, I can't.
Tomorrow.
You do this, and I...
Why?
And we
what
set
do
a
I do?
limit, and it's
Why
funny too.
What do I do?
Because we talked, you put pressure on me.
Oh my gosh!
You set the bar so high sometimes that it's like, oh my gosh, I am an awful person. So earlier this week we talked about it because it's true. We talked about it, and you had said to me about our anniversary gift. And I'll be honest too, I'm not supposed to refer to it as an anniversary because my husband said I don't have an anniversary.
That's correct.
With you.
That's correct.
So to mark
exactly right, Wayne. Exactly
the day that we started working together, I said don't spend any more than $5 because you were a very good gift giver.
No, I'm not.
And it puts a lot of pressure on me. Oh, okay. Well, then why did you?
Because
I didn't
you
know that
told
was
me
an
I
option.
had to spend $5.
No, I thought you were going to go out and go overboard. That's why I said $5.
I wasn't going to do anything.
$5. You were going to do anything?
Well, if we didn't do like a radio show that there's expectations of going on the air and yucking up about it, like if you were just had another job, the day would go completely unrecognized.
From the day I started, I learned very quickly that there are certain dates that need to be acknowledged. As they should.
Because of me?
Birthdays, they mean something to you. Birthdays, quote unquote anniversaries, holidays need to be celebrated. And I feel like that anyway. I feel that, yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. So I was actually quite excited that, yes, Mark gets as excited as I do about these milestones.
Right.
So I'm surprised that you would say that you would have done something.
I would have gotten you a chocolate bar or something because I know what chocolate bar you like, and you're getting one of those tomorrow. The regular one, not the one with peanut butter.
But there have been times I've come in here and you've had a bag of goodies, and then I give you a card. And it's like, okay, that's not fair. So that's why I was preemptive, and I said $5. $5 limit. $5, no more.
I spent $4.87.
Perfect.
Chocolate bar and a $4 gift.
Is it a bag of chips?
Nope. Something kind of cool, I think.
See, that's what I mean. And then you say that, and I like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah, but you're going to look at it and
I look at my
go,
gift, and I think, well, there's another pair of socks. Like,
oh, did you get me socks?
No, I didn't.
I so hope you got me socks. Please tell me you got me socks.
Anyway, tomorrow we do.
We'll find out tomorrow.
We celebrate a bit of a milestone tomorrow.
Yeah, but good on your husband. Good one. I like.
He did.
That
He
one.
called me out on that the other day because he saw your card, and he said, "What's that for?" I said, "It's for Mark because our anniversary is on Friday." He's like, I said, sorry. No,
let's do this right.
Our work anniversary, the day we started doing the show together, is number 3 on Friday. So
not an anniversary.
Not an anniversary.
But we'll talk about that tomorrow because it's
our new year. Our new year.
All right, let's do that.
It's our new year tomorrow.
Oh, we haven't done 3 years of shows together. Thanks, pandemic. Addressed in the card tomorrow.
Oh.
But now that we're speaking about your husband.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. With the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday, a survey came out with a relationship between how much people want their teams to win and whether they would choose to give up sex for any amount of time. So, he's a Dallas Cowboy fan, so whatever. So I'm going to put you on the massive spot here.
All right.
How much do you think Wayne would guarantee to give up relations to have the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup?
Oh, I thought you were going to go with football. Now that you've thrown hockey at me.
No, because
football, he wouldn't give it up at all.
That's right.
But hockey's different.
Right. No, because the poll is, they asked men and women whose teams that they cheer for are in the Super Bowl. To guarantee the win, would you give up sex?
After they win.
After they win. And they said, yes, if they win, I would give up sex. And I said, well, for how long? And there was a number of people who said they'd give it up for 6 months.
Wow.
6 months, which proves that either they love their teams or their partners are dreadful in bed. They're horrible and they don't care. And they might even be mildly grateful. This is why I only have 2 children, by the way, because Kathy and I agreed to this 6 months without sex, and the Patriots kept winning. If the Patriots were a horrible football team, I would have a brood.
So
I would have 11 children right now.
Do I ask which one is it?
Which one is what?
You just gave all those excuses.
Well, it's the Patriots because they kept winning. So we had to give it up for that year. Every year.
Okay.
Oh, no children again this year, Cass. She's like, well, we won the Super Bowl. High five.
So you were both on board with it.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
You've seen my basement? All the
Yes,
New England
yes, I
Patriots.
have.
My wife put that up. I didn't. My wife decorated the basement with all of the New England Patriot paraphernalia. Hand on Bible. My wife put all of that up.
To answer your question, I would say Wayne would say yes. I would say no.
Right. Okay.
We would not be on the same page.
Wouldn't be on the same page.
But you and your wife would be.
Right,
Because
totally.
you're both Patriots fans.
That's why.
That to
So
me is not a
easy.
reason to give up relations with your partner.
I don't know. I
But
mean,
for a sports fan, okay.
after a couple of years, you forget about the dry spell, but the Super Bowl lasts forever.
The memorabilia and the moments, the memories created from that one moment, that Super Bowl.
64% of men heading into this weekend who like either Cincinnati or Los Angeles said they would choose that win over having sex with their partner the next day on Valentine's. Valentine's is the next day. So 2/3 of Cincinnati, LA fans.
If they win, do you not think it's going to happen that night?
It's very late and I have to go to work the next day. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to
that plays into it.
Don't you think
Oh,
that there
my
has to
goodness.
be a discussion, though, prior to kickoff? Again, like
if you're going to give it up, yes. If you're not going to do it at all for either, like, if you're going to go on a dry spell, there definitely needs to be a discussion.
That sounds very spontaneous, and I like to plan things. That sounds like
That's what I mean. There needs to
spontaneous.
be a discussion if it's going to happen.
Okay.
But if you're going to give it up on Valentine's Day, I could almost give you a pass because if your team wins that the Super Bowl, chances are pretty good you're going to be up late anyway,
Right.
quote unquote, celebrating. So
Okay.
Valentine's Day, it's okay.
Both of you, there's no catch you tomorrow. Super Bowl.
Again, a discussion.
Yeah.
After discussion.
When asked whether they would choose to abstain from sex for 6 months or have their team win the Super Bowl, over 50% of men and close to 20% of women said it would be worth it. So it's not just the guys. 1 in 5 women said, yeah, I'll catch you in September.
Okay.
Question was posed. 48% of men, 36% of women have said sex for half a year would be totally worth it. 45% of women said a flat out no, and I don't even want to talk about it.
Exactly.
So attaching sports to a lack of hoochie coochie isn't even debatable.
No.
Not even debatable.
Yep.
So they're laughing over the fact we would even have asked them, and then they walked away.
Now let me ask you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
Would you rather have it on Saturday?
This comes up every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know what? That's okay.
Because and they say they estimate because 14% of people are going to call in sick on Monday, which to me seems very low. But a lot of people will because it's Sunday. They overextend themselves. They celebrate maybe a little too much, or their team, the city, wants to have a celebration. So other things go on. So yeah, I can see why people would want it Saturday to give themselves Sunday. Because as we've heard too, Cincinnati's already closed. They've made that
Right, schools
are closed Monday to celebrate, to stay up and watch the game. So would it make more sense to have it Saturday?
See, here's the deal. I love it on Sunday. I don't love it at 6:30. But what are we going to tell?
Because you have to get up in the morning.
What are we going to tell Los Angeles when kickoff for them is 3:30? That no, we want the game at 2, so you have to start celebrating at 11 in the morning. So it's a time zone thing, right? So we think, 6:30, the game goes to like 11. Well, if you live in LA, if you live in Vegas, if you live in Phoenix, and there's a lot of people out there, game wraps up at 8 o'clock. It's, to them, the Super Bowl is an afternoon game. To us, it's a night game.
Yeah.
So I always keep thinking, why can't we do 4 o'clock and it's 1 o'clock in LA? But again, the celebration of cracking a beer, yeah, you can do it at 1 o'clock.
But it'd
there's
still be
something about
late
4
in
o'clock.
LA too. By the time the game wraps up, they're still going to go out and celebrate. They're still going to go out and continue on. So it turns out to be a late night for them as well, even if they bump the game back.
Right. There was one discussion from people who love Monday Night Football that would love to see the Super Bowl as a Monday Night
Oh my
Football
gosh,
game.
no.
And they're crazy.
They are.
And you know
That's
what
not going to
part-
happen.
What part of the argument they use is that in college football, now the championship game is played on Monday night. Ratings are enormous. But let's face it, you can move the Super Bowl to Wednesday at noon, the ratings would be enormous. So it doesn't matter when
Absolutely.
you played it. So I don't know whether Sunday night would make them more money they think than a Saturday. I'm not against Super Bowl Saturday.
I almost would think the Saturday would make them more money because it's the weekend. More people like you and I could stay up and watch it. We could be out at bars and restaurants. We could be with other people out at the game even, creating more revenue for everybody.
So you believe that there are people who don't watch the Super Bowl because it's a Sunday who would if it was on a Saturday?
I probably would stay up and watch the entire game if it was on a
Okay,
Saturday.
because you just said there would be more people. So you think there are people simply because
Yeah.
it's on Sunday
I think there are. I think
that
there are
would
people
love to take part but don't.
But Monday, they have to think about Monday, or they have other commitments even Sunday night that they can't. I know it's the Super Bowl. I'm not going to miss it. I'm going to watch it, but I won't be able
Those
to.
are such nerdy people.
Thanks.
Well,
Thanks.
no, I can't because I have to go to work the next day.
Thanks.
It's the Super Bowl.
Well, that's
it's
the
Super
responsible
Bowl.
thing to do.
Oh,
That's ridiculous.
Come on.
You have to know.
Yes, I know. We get up at 3:30 in the morning.
Yes.
And I have the entire Patriots run. Never missed a Super Bowl.
Because you're
Never.
crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're crazy.
And so you want to talk about planning. On Friday, I would have given you the discussion. By the way, Monday, I'm trashed.
Oh,
Just
and
gonna
I
warn
fully
you.
expect you to be trash
Yeah.
on Monday because I know Sunday you will stay up. But there are people, I think they are missing out. Maybe not on the diehard fans, of course. They're going to they tune in on a Tuesday night. They
That's
would
what I
tune
mean.
in
Wednesday
anytime.
at noon.
They are the diehard fans. What I'm
Perfect.
saying are the I don't even want to say on the fence, but those borderline fans like myself who kind of jump on the bandwagon. I would be more apt to do more for Super Bowl if I didn't have to get up Monday. If it wasn't on a Sunday night,
If it was on
a Saturday. Even
Yeah.
or a Friday.
Not
A
a
Saturday.
Friday. It could
No,
be a
you're right.
Friday.
Not a
Or-
Friday.
or maybe
Saturday
on a
would be
Friday.
better.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Because think too, people traveling possibly to the game. So they go, they take everything in, and then they have to get home. So it
Stay
gives
Saturday night,
gives them extra time.
Sunday.
And again, it's
Work it
revenue for that
off.
city or the city they live in even because they'll probably make a big deal about it. Maybe go to a party or a gathering, bar, restaurant.
Wow. You know, you might not be winning me over, but I get the argument.
Well, thank you.
You know what? Here's the
That
thing.
makes me I will take that.
The first time somebody literally puts that down on a piece of paper, or an organizing city when they say, you know, Miami, we're going to give
Yep.
you Super Bowl 65, and they say, we'll take it if you'll make it a Saturday and make it like a thing. Because the NFL, they can't have changes. They can't. They can't.
Well,
they
that was
can't,
going to be
they
my next
can't, they
question. Is
can't.
that what it's going to come down to? The host city's going to have to be the one to say,
Somebody's-
you know
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
Let's do it on a Saturday.
Because I don't think any of the TV networks have the cojones to say, we want it for our broadcasting, we want it on a Saturday. It'll be like, we'll give it to another network. We were just kidding. Sorry, we were just kidding. Because the NFL owns the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
TVs don't, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I
You're
don't know.
thinking.
I mean, people are talking about it. So at some point, somebody's got to put that out there.
It's just it's a thought, and you're right. It comes up every year.
Every year.
There is
However-
something about having it on Sunday, though. It is that kind of tradition. You say they don't want
It's
to
a
change it, and
tradition,
it is
yeah.
a tradition. Sunday night, and everybody, and I know people prepare for it anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it might be better. It could be better
Until
on Saturday.
Until 2001, with the Twin Tower tragedy,
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl was always the final Sunday in January, was forever. And they had talked about moving, and they said, no, you can't move it. And then they lost the week because of 9/11, which then they had to back
Bumped
up
it
the
up.
Super Bowl.
Yep.
And that was the Patriots and the Rams, and that was Sunday, February 3rd. And guess what? They didn't go back to moving it to January.
They stayed there.
they kept it there because people still watched, and now the season could be
Weird.
a month long. And
Yeah.
so whatever reason made them say, we can't change it, when they were forced to change it, everything was fine. So then they added the other week because now the football season is 17 games long, and now instead of being the first Sunday, now it's the second Sunday of February, hence this week. And normally the season would
this
be
is the
over.
latest it's been, right?
Oh, forever. Yeah, and I'm not sure it can be much more, but at some point, if they do this, in fact, it might be next year, Super Bowl's going to be on Valentine's Day. Let's get that argument going, shall we?
Well, it'll be fine in your household.
Oh, my gosh,
You guys
it'll
will
be
be
the
fine.
best.
It'll be the best Valentine's ever.
It'll be the best Super Bowl ever. No, it's the best Super Bowl ever. So whether that be on a Saturday, interesting, because I don't think it would change. You know what? It wouldn't change a thing
No,
for
it
me.
wouldn't.
I would still
No.
love it, and I would still watch it.
Yeah.
And life would be
And
great.
I think the majority of people would.
Yep.
And there may even be a few more. That's all.
But there's just a few purists that would say, well, you can't do that. I don't know. The more
Watch
you talk
us.
about it,
When you see all the money that comes in from it, you'll be fine.
yeah, it'll be fine.
It'll be
We'll all
fine.
make it. So tomorrow we're going to have our prop bets.
Yes.
And you're going to put together the
That's
categories.
my homework. Yeah. I got to
can't
do that
wait.
overnight and
By
whittle
the
it
way,
down because
yeah.
you can bet on anything.
By the way, when we say prop bets, if you don't follow this stuff, props is short for properties.
Mm-hmm.
So properties are things that you can bet on. Length of the national anthem, over under the time. So that is known as
The
a
color
property.
of Gatorade that's
Yeah.
going to be dumped on the coach
So
at
that
the end
is
of the
a
game, which
property
I did
you
not
can
know.
bet on. So prop is short for property. That's what props means.
And that is what I have learned in the last 3 years.
Yeah, what props means?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did not know what that meant before I started working with you.
My favorite in-game prop is that Matthew Stafford will throw an interception. That's my favorite. So when it happens, everybody can go, well, Mark called that one. He's going to throw a pick. He does all the time. In a key, stressful situation.
You think so?
Count on
What
him.
about Burrows? Do you think he will?
Maybe not, but he doesn't have a history of it. Matthew
Stafford does.
He gets,
Okay.
the feet get going. He gets happy feet. He gets a hand pick. And I'll call it out. Here it comes. And he throws it up and picked
Really?
off. Just the guy does it.
So we're going to be talking lots about Super Bowl tomorrow, right?
And lots about the Olympics because
oh my God,
men's,
this morning kind of
it was a problem today.
it kind of went off a little bit because we made the mistake of putting it on here in the studio.
Can't do that all the time.
Not all the time, but we will again tomorrow because the women's quarterfinals start, and I do want to have that on because I want to be able to follow that. We can't watch it, of course, through it all, but we turned it on this morning because we had the potential of winning 3 medals. We won 2 out of the 3. And there were a couple of other games getting underway. So we picked up another bronze in the mixed aerials, the freestyle skiing team, which was pretty cool to watch.
It was a lot of fun to watch. But it's +1 over there.
It is. It's the same as what it is here.
And it was the finals, which mean they went from like 16 countries down to 8 countries down to the 4.
4.
So by the time they were sticking the landings at +1, it looked like a parking lot snow. Like it looked like garbage.
It was
looked
not.
terrible.
It's not
They
nice
couldn't
snow.
stick their landings. It was too wet.
Yeah.
And so it was too bad.
But we still got the bronze.
Got the bronze.
Which is great. And then we picked up silver with the women's 5,000 meter speed skating, which again, you and I both got into
Amazing.
that. It
That's
was
amazing.
very cool to watch.
Highly athletic.
Isabel
like machine.
Weidman ended up, she was first for a few rounds.
Right.
And it was the final round, and the
Yep.
Netherlands, and I can't remember her name, I'm so sorry. She beat the Olympic record at 640?
She did 643. The
643.
Olympics was 646. The world record's 639.
Yeah.
But she did 643. So if you think, well, it's only 3 seconds. This sport,
No, it's not
goes
just
down to
3
1/100th of a
Yeah.
second. So when you win by 3 seconds, it's like winning by a day and a half in any other competition.
She won by nearly 5 seconds.
Over the Canadian.
Over the Canadian.
Yeah.
Beat the Olympic record, as you said, by 3 seconds.
Yeah.
She picked up speed those last 3 laps, and you and I are both like,
She was
what
getting
is going on?
stronger.
It was amazing. It was so cool.
Tremendous to watch. And we almost grabbed something in luge, but we finished 4th.
Yeah.
It was like a luge team event. But very,
But then
very,
the men's
very
hockey
exciting.
team hit the ice too.
Yep.
And we were flipping it. Like you're right. We cannot have this on in the studio.
It's way too
We're like,
distracting.
what's on now? Who's playing? But
Yeah.
Canada took Germany on the first game of the round robin this morning. So.
And it's still on as we're recording, so I don't want to tell you what the
No,
score
I know. I don't
is.
want. I can't say the score either. But we're
don't even
winning.
want to look. Don't want to look. So tomorrow's going to be our 3rd milestone day tomorrow of the birthday of the show. thing.
3 years ago tomorrow, we started working.
Started working.
Yes.
And yet we've not done all of the shows here in the studio addressed in the card. Mark
I
and
cannot
Charity
wait.
Morning Podcast. Coming up tomorrow morning. So join us. Here you'll find us on Amazon Music as well as link to our social media sites, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. More with the Olympics tomorrow. We'll have our dad joke with Galaxy of Games and let you know how the Starboard Winter Olympics went. Charity and I are going to go out and apparently we're going to do some tobogganing.
Some bobsledding
today.
of our own.
How do I think I'm pulling you on a sleigh? All coming up tomorrow morning. Have a great day.